the backdrop of the Ukraine-Russia war, northern Syria braces for a Turkiye military offensive as President Recep Tayyip Erdogan seems to be taking advantage of a raging fight between two neighbors. Earlier this week, the Turkiye president said that Ankara would soon launch a military offensive in northern Syria to create a 30-kilometer-long security zone, cleaning up its two cities, the Tel Rifat and the Manbij of Terra.
İşte buradan bir kez daha tekrar ediyorum. Güney sınırlarımız boyunca 30 kilometre derinliğinde güvenli bölge oluşturma kararımızın yeni bir safhasına geçiyoruz. Tel Rifat ve Münbiç'i teröristlerden temizliyoruz. Ardından da aşama aşama diğer bölgelerde aynısını yapacağız. Türkiye'nin bu meşru güvenlik adımlarına bakalım kimler destek verecek, kimler köstek olmaya çalışacak göreceğiz.
While Syria's ally Russia says that Turkiye's goals pose major threats to the region's peace and stability, the country, which is presently occupied with its Ukraine invasion, said that Ankara's bid would violate the Damascus sovereignty. Now, the United States, too, condemned Ankara's renewed threats of launching a military offensive, stating that any military operation could make the present situation more difficult.
The concern that we have is that any new offensive would undermine regional stability, such as it is, provide malign actors with opportunities to exploit instability for their own purpose. We continue effectively to take the fight through partners to Daesh, to ISIS within Syria, and we don't want to see anything that jeopardizes the efforts that are made to continue to keep ISIS in the box that we put it in.
However, Turkey seems to be using Ukraine war to its benefit. Ankara is targeting the Kurdistan Workers' Party, or the PKK, a group of Kurdish fighters that Ankara considers as terrorists. Turkey is also targeting the People's Protection Units, a Syrian Kurdish group that it considers to be a part of the PKK. The PKK has waged an armed uprising against Turkey since 1984. Tens of thousands of people have died in the conflict. The Turkiye government has accused the People's Protection Units of attacking Turkiye security forces in Syria. Now, any attack on Syria would upset Russia, while Turkey's bid to eliminate Kurdish fighters would affect America's fight with ISIS in the region, as Kurdish fighter groups backed US in their operations to curb ISIS terror in war-torn Syria. Ankara also seems to be using its veto power in the NATO alliance to negotiate its Syrian interests with Finland and Sweden, the two nations which are planning to join NATO and need Turkey's vote in their favor. Another aspect to launching a military offensive in Syria is that the three previous attacks gained a lot of citizen support for Erdogan, who is all set to face presidential and parliamentary elections next year. Syria offensive could be used to divert Turkiye nationalist voters at a time when their economy is in decline, with inflation running at 73.5%, which is the highest since 1998.
Bu işlediğim cezalardan herhalde kaçamam. Üst kurmalarına örneğin Amerika'nın müsaade ediyor.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.